like to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to our apostles, our leaders, our bishops, our elders, and the Akim that pushes truth out week in and week out. And truth and sincerity, how they was taught, how they learned. All right? So our whole job here is to tell you people what's the Most High Son plan. Basically, they're going to remove this empire and this ruling structure, which is Esau, his empire. He's going to bring them out of power, deliver 1/3 of his people, and destroy 2/3 of his own people. Who is the Lord's people? So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Who is he taking out of power? You Caucasians and all you racists that's outside of the nation of Israel. All right? Y'all going into slavery. You got it.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of peace.
The prophets of old prophesied during everything. The prophets that's written in the Bible, which is a truth book, that is the truth, prophesied of every kingdom that was ruling at the present time. So the prophets today will be prophesying against this kingdom that we're in. All right? So the prophets always prophesied the downfall of the kingdom that was ruling. All right?
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of the...
And one more thing. The so-called white man is ruling. America's a bulldog. You got the beast, NATO and the EU, and America's that harlot that sits on the beast, China, and maybe a little others, but that's the ruling system now that's running things right now. All right, and America is a kingdom of war. Got it.
Make sure the volume is good. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet he said, say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said the Lord. Yet I love Jacob.
So how people would say, if the Most High exists, he doesn't care about us, but a father disciplines their child.
Yep.
And punish them in the sight of others, man.
Because you have a lot of jakes that think that you are cursed, but you think you cursed in a way like you cursed forever, man.
Yeah.
A lot of jakes think like that. You cursed because you went against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You're not cursed because you're not the people. You cursed because you are the people, man. But Jake get it misconstrued. Jake be thinking the reason why they're in the position that they're in is because they're not the people of the Lord. No. You cursed because you are the people of the Lord, man. And you went against his last statutes and commandments. You broke the covenants, man. You broke the covenant going back to the time of Moses and Joshua, man. And what did Joshua tell you, man? He said, yo, you are witness against yourselves. And if you go against this covenant, you go against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the Lord will turn and do you hurt. And that's why Jakes is in what? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're in the slums and you're in the ghettos of our North, South, and Central America. Because you went against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Malachi chapter 1, verse 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Which goes into the fall of Esau, going back during the time of the Dark Ages, when the Roman Empire went down, and the Edomites, the so-called white man, he was pushed up into the Caucasus Mountains of Europe, man. He became what you know as the wild man or the caveman. Hey, if you brothers and sisters can hear, can you let us know that the audio is good? We just want to make sure, the comment or whatever, make sure the audio is good. But yeah, that goes into the Lord making his heritage. Okay, that's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we good. So Malachi chapter 1, verse 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Yep, the Lord hated Esau, laid his heritage waste. All right? The so-called white man, when he was once brought out of power during the period of the Dark Ages. And he's going to be brought out of power again. All right? He's going to be brought out of power again, but this time it's going to be more fierce. That's why he's trying to offset prophecy to keep to get back the birthright or prolong his rulership. But it's a basically he was sent on a what he's called dummy mission. The Most High sent him on a dummy mission. The Lord sent him on a dummy mission because he's not gonna he can't measure the he can't reach the depths. He can't measure all the planets, the stars, the galaxies. There's more than one, there's multiverses. And he can't get to those regions, so it was a dummy mission, an impossible task that he was given. And it shows the so-called white man's pride, man.
Malachi chapter 1 verse 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return.
Every time they get taken out of power, or they take a huge loss, they say we're gonna rebuild. All right, 9/11. What was that earthquake in San Francisco? It was 89, I believe. They said it'd take 14 years to rebuild. They rebuilt, you know. But then the Lord jacks them up again. But that's a so-called white man. We will rebuild, man.
God, Malachi chapter 1 verse 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Yep, and the Lord going to throw down. And right now, the Lord going to take them out of power soon. Okay. All of these structures, man, these monuments, these obelisks, you know, these satanic so-called religious statues and stuff, they're gonna all be struck down.
God. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
The border of wickedness, wherever the so-called white man is at, is wickedness. He has the world. He's in the four corners of the earth, and there's wickedness wherever he at. Even if it's in someone else's country, he has spies. You know, his NSA operatives. He got his CIA bringing in drugs in different countries. He's still doing it. It didn't cease.
Come. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Border of wickedness, the wicked, man. The sons of the wicked. The third part of men. That's the so-called white man. He is the wicked. He is a physical demon Satan. He's a physical one. All right? He is the wicked of all. And then within that wicked of all, you have a hierarchy. And the top ranking ones are them 13 banking families, man. The elite, super elite.
The people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
Righteous anger forever. It's forever. It don't stop. All right? So the Lord hates the so-called white man. Caucasians, man. Caucasians, man.
Esau,
Edom. So if you're an Edomite, we're not talking about Israelite foreigners. If you're an Edomite, the Lord hates you.
And your eyes. So okay, that was it on that.
Yeah. So the Lord hates, he loves, he likes.
God.
All right?
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Because if you don't have emotions, you're lifeless. You know what I mean? They make it seem like emotions are weak. No, it's how you control them. And it's not weakness, it's complete balance.
Job chapter 9 verse 24, The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So whoever's controlling the earth are the wicked. Since the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Looking the sideway, guys.
Power. Huh?
Looking the sideway.
You block the plan. You're destroying the plan. That's the problem with these people, man.
Yeah,
Tell me I'm blocking the sidewalk.
You just being a demon, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Yeah, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know what I mean? Speak of the devil and they shall piss. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He might go call somebody or whatever because he's the wicked. You know?
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Covered the faces of the judges. Who are the judges? The Most High Son, the Most High Yahweh, the Most High Son Yahweh Shai, the world called God Jesus Christ, the Allahim, the angels. All right. He covered the faces in the nationality. He painted his image up as being the Most High's people, the Most High Son. He covered the faces of the judges. He painted his image up as being angels, man. And then he made them effeminate. And it's on some pedophile shit. Little babies naked and you know, homosexual shit, you know. Had statues of King David as being an Edomite.
Yeah, because when you go back into the Greeks and Roman Empire, homosexuality and pedophilia, that was big time. That was normal, man. I think what was it in Greece? It was said it was more common to see a man with a little boy than a woman.
Yep, the wickedness multiplied.
Yeah,
so Alexander stepped in.
In that movie 300, then he Leonidas
Boy lovers.
called Athenians boy lovers.
Yep.
Because that was big in Greece, man. Pedophilia, you know what I mean? What do you call it? Pederasty.
Yeah.
That was the Greek culture, man. Which a lot of Jakes adopted, which is back here in this time here in America. The same shit going on here in America. America is modern day Rome, man.
Yep.
And Rome came out of Greece. You understand? All Edomite empires, man. Empires of what? The so-called white man. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Controls the traffic, the wicked. Import, exports, the wicked, so-called white man. Who sets up the standard of doing business, the so-called white man. Who has control over the credit and resources for business, so-called white man. Industries, so-called white man. How you do business through UCC, and that's also law, so-called white man. All right?
The common language is what English, international standard language, is what English. So if you're trying to be a pilot or anything like that, what you gotta what? Learn English.
Yep.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is.
So the so-called white man is not the wicked, and he didn't do these things, then who is? Is it the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? Is it the East Indians? Is it the Arabs? Who's running the world? Tell me. We can't, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans can't be the overall wicked because we're not in control of anything. We're not in control of anything. And we're not the biggest thieves, contrary to popular belief. We're not the biggest thieves, all right?
Because the so-called white man, he steals what continents, man?
Yeah, and even if the so-called Jake is good with finessing, Esau put that out there for Jake to get that access to. They mentioned in that Bilderberg meeting when social engineering, silent weapons for quiet wars, it says something about counterfeit and things like that. So they was going to make a back door where certain individuals could get access to legal or illegal information and do things like that. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? It's all set into the system because that's part of collapsing this place too.
Because Esau has a heavy hand in the black market.
Yeah.
The whole drug empire, the whole illegal, illicit.
It's still trade and traffic. It's still business, whether illegal or not.
God, Esau has a big hand in that. He controls that shit for the most part.
But you know, you're gonna have some people that say, "Nah, what are you guys talking about? Are you educating this man or that manner?" All right. Oh, it's checks and balances here in America. You got the Democrats, Republicans, and the president could veto, but then they could check the president and this and that. Man, that's all a game, man.
You should have
To make people think they got a voice. You know? You guys is crazy, man.
Khan, this is the book of Revelation. 12.
You frame a bishop by law.
Oh, let me get Isaiah 10 and 1.
You know what I mean?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Destruction of that decree on righteous decrees, the so-called white man. He got his bar society, that law system, all right? Maritime law, UCC.
Which all goes back to Rome too,
Yeah.
because it's using it in Latin. And I mean, his whole law system, judicial system, is you have to learn Latin, man.
Yeah. And what you have, capitis de minutio maxima, meaning you name it all caps, you diminish your ability of being have legal rights. You lower your stature. All right, or whatever. You lower your stature. And then these judges are priests of Baal. They got that black robe. They cursing you with death, prison, or death. And a bench is a bank. So it's money. So this whole shit is corrupt, man. And when you in that bar society, it's a secret. It's sort of like a fraternity like Mason. You're not just supposed to disclose information. You're playing a game. You know it's rigged. You know?
It's kind of like a code of silence. Even with the police force, no? The large majority of the police officers, they Masons. No?
How you doing?
You understand? They Masons. I know that for a fact, man. The whole police force is they might be low level, but they're still like Masons, man. But this is the book of Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Destruction of that decree on righteous decrees, the so-called white man's legal system, justice system. It should be named the injustice system or just us system. You know what I mean? Bullshit. Destruction because you're a hypocrite. And they say it's based on the laws of the Bible, man. The Lord gonna destroy you in that book.
Madness, man. Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. You got old ass people that got hear that noise, man. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees.
And that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
The grievousness, they prescribed it. They put it out there. It's their laws, and it's grievous to the nation of Israel mostly. Yeah, that's what it counts. You know,
You want to look up that word?
you know what I mean? It's grievous to us, man. Because it hurts our people. Because our people are destroyed economically, morally, everything. We in a jam.
So grievous means something bad, very severe, or serious.
Severe, serious, man. They laws are a problem.
This is Esau, man. General Grievous, man.
Now, we made it to we blocking the sidewalk. Yeah, we got enough. You know what I mean? You know? But that's the thing. You want to be tough in front of his woman, and he's proud. They all like that, you know?
Because he had mad space to walk. But he's just been a demon.
Yeah, demon.
He's been a Edomite. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 10 verse 2. To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Yeah, so that's what they did to the nation of Israel, man. I mean, we're spoiled. We're spoiled, and they put the weak of our people in positions to where they do illegal shit to survive, man. And I'm not giving no excuse, but they set a trap and a snare.
They say why they pray you pardon you not.
Yeah, and our people get caught in that glue trap, man.
Yep.
You ever see them heavy glue traps for the rats?
Of course.
They get stuck on them shits and they kill themselves trying to get off of it.
What does Jake call the drug
Trap.
spot? The trap, man.
Yeah.
Because we end up dead or in jail, man.
Yeah.
Dead or serving 25, 30 years. So it's a trap, man.
And then you got people trying to promote that. Man, listen, I don't want to be in the bookies for a day or two, man. I don't even want to be in the bookies, yo. I want to fucking be in there.
Because you a slave, man. Because in Esau's laws, like they prescribe, the one way you can become a slave, like a literal slave, is by what? Being incarcerated.
You got pissed off people standing around. I feel uncomfortable when I'm in the bathroom and someone's outside the door. You know what I mean? Like, yo, let me be in peace. You know what I mean? Shit, man. That's about it. But yeah.
But that's America. America is one prison camp for Jake. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 42 verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Yeah, our people are robbed and spoiled. Look what they did to our brothers in Northern Kingdom, brothers and sisters in Northern Kingdom, man. Look how they took this land, New Canaan. All right? Look what they do to our Levite brothers, man, down there, you know? They fucked up the French, and now they put the trade sanctions on them, man. We got brothers everywhere in Nigeria where they got resources the so-called white man exploits, man. They rob our people, man.
Isaiah chapter 42 verse 22. But this is the people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes.
Snared in holes, these religions, these churches, man. That's a pit. That's a pit.
But this is the people robbed and spoiled, and they are all of them snared in holes.
And snared in holes, and we robbed and spoiled. A couple trillion our people spend in a Babylon, right? In America, a couple of trillion leaves our hands. You know? Robbed and spoiled, and what else?
This is the people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
Yep, these prison institutions, man, for these businesses. And also America's the ultimate prison. All right? And wherever we go with prisoners, because we're shackled with them IDs or whatever, we cast out from the ranks of economically, man.
They are for a prey and none delivered.
We are for a prey wherever we are, and none delivered because only the Lord can buy us back. We're for a prey. We are a prey, man. We're targeted.
And that's what Jake had.
Music. These Edomites make money off us of music, our style, everything. We're targeted. Right?
Jake, that's why Jake is the highest incarcerated, man.
We're
millions of Jakes in prison, man.
Yeah, man. Yep. We're targeted. We're bunched up together. This creates aggression.
Hey, don't talk about the disease warfare.
Yeah. Oh,
Jake is the food that you eat is poison, the air that you breathe is poison. The hoods of America, they have the worst quality of food, worst quality of air, worst quality school.
Healthy shit is more expensive. So Jake gonna want to spend less. Healthy shit is more expensive.
So hey, Jake is fucked up all around. Jake is a prey all around, man. Physically, mentally, spiritually. Jake is all messed up. But that's why the Lord sent the prophets in to spiritually heal you, man.
And you can't have, you got the majority of Jake bosses, they worse than the white man than these heathens, man. They're like to oppress you, man. You know, you got some supervisors that get off of with just making things difficult, man.
And I go back to the slave mentality, man.
Yeah.
Crabs in a bucket.
Yeah.
Crabs
You
in
ain't
a
working
bucket.
unless you're not really working unless you got a refrigerator on your shoulder. Get the fuck out of here, man. Working hard now, I'm exaggerating this shit. Working is like,
I ain't see you
they're making
sweating.
it seem like, yo, so I'm supposed to be like this at the end of the day, motherfucker? What do you mean?
You not sweating.
Crazy.
Okay. So this is the book of cause really they just taskmasters of you, man. A lot of time Jake. We saw put even Jake
That's the
taskmasters
niggas
of
that's
other
the motherfuckers that was snitching on you when you was got plans on running. Fleeing, trying to dip trying to dip to get to Gad. How about y'all shot? We're trying to get to Gad or trying to escape to where south, trying to go to Mexico or whatever, get out of slavery.
Yeah.
Got them niggas I was telling.
He trying to run. That what they call house Negroes.
Yeah.
They are for a prey and none deliver it.
Yo, our people all pray. So-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans all pray. Mainly here in America and throughout the earth, man, we can pray to the so-called white man and these heathens. Because they'll leave with each other, man.
They are for a prayer and none deliver it, for a spoil and none safe and restore.
None is going to say restore. You think they're going to, man, they envy us and they're afraid of us. You think they're going to try to restore us? No. Because it's real easy to do that. They don't want to compete with us. Whatever we learn, we enhance and we dominate. Whatever it is, you heard me? We dominate. That's why, no, that's not true. Well, how come the education is different in the hood? How come the hood, you have Yogi Bear, but in the good areas, they have readings for they be challenging Edomites, children. While you gotta put those vacs in the clinics in the hood, whatever, to get our children it does something with their mental, getting them shots, yeah. Why you gotta do all that? Why, with abortions and all of these things, they're targeted in the womb.
I'm gonna post it, which I already knew. Which is a known fact. The black woman has had 19 million abortions since 1973. 19 million. You know how much is 19 million, man? And guess what? You have to apply the multiply effect to that. Because the children that they aborted, those children would have had children. You understand? So that's really you really aborted like 100 million people, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you apply the multiplying effect like that.
You trying to eradicate
Yep.
the nation of Israel. You know, you see? That's a good point. I didn't do the multiplying.
Yeah, because you have to multiply. It ain't just one person. That child is gonna have children and children. So you have to apply the multiplying effect.
And and you gotta apply how successful they might have been or might not have been. You know what I mean? So they can't have that. You see? But you know what? You know, the weak of our people, they think they're getting over. Or nah, I can't afford this.
But that's all part of what
afford this, then you need to stop being promiscuous or having an adult fun, because a child is a result of that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well, it's always an excuse. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Hey, yo, look, man. Just like you feed yourself or clothe yourself, it's just a little extra expense. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
So you will figure it out, man. It will work itself out.
Yeah.
And plus, you have programs for that shit. You have food stamps, you have Section 8, all that shit.
Yeah. Have your fun time, or have a little fun time when the child is asleep, or whatever. While they in school or whatever.
But the black woman just choose the easy way out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kill the baby. And ultimately, that's part of Esau's agenda. Because it goes back to eugenics. Because 19 19 million jakes aboard it, man. Like I said, that's really like 100 million jakes.
Margaret Sanger, man, that demon.
Because they want to keep your numbers down, man. They don't want this place overrun by jakes.
Yeah.
They want to keep the numbers down, man.
And this is how you could tell, and now this is how you could tell that the Lord, even though the Lord going to destroy 2/3, the Lord still cares for his people, because birth control, them vaccines, that AIDS, all of that shit should have wiped us out. This shows that the Most High and the Most High Son exists, because all of that should have took us out real fast. You know what I mean? It should have took us out real quick. But the Lord made it where a person might have been with an affected person and then contracted. We gotta think like that, because we should have been wiped out already. But the Lord said he will not utterly destroy the house of Israel.
That's something else?
Psalms 83:1. It says, keep not thou silence. It says, keep not thou silence, O the Most High.
Yeah, so we praying. This is David, right? David?
Sounds really good.
A psalm or Psalm of Asaph.
Okay, so we're asking the Lord to not keep silent, because we praying. When we pray, thy kingdom come. For the Lord's kingdom to come, this kingdom got to get wiped out. So we're praying for mass extermination and to be delivered. All right, and for the Lord not to keep silent. And we're crying out when we're on the highways and the byways. We're complaining. That's crying. You know? So the cry is going out on the streets and in the what you call a virtual world, the internet, and the unicorn.
That Psalms 19.
Viral everywhere.
Psalms 19.
Minute by minute, through all the time zones.
I'll get that real quick. Psalms chapter 19, verse 1.
Greenwich Meridian, that's GMT, right?
Yeah, the
GMT, all of that. You know what I mean? The time zones. You got it.
Yeah.
Shalom, Michael.
Shalom. Psalms chapter 19, verse. I'm start from 2 straight to the point. Day unto day, uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. There is no speech, no language, where their voice is not heard.
This word is going out through all languages, and the internet, and brothers are on the highways and the byways throughout the earth. So people are seeing this word on their phones, smartphones. You got a mini computer in your pocket. Viral. Esau don't got no rest. Esau don't have no rest. All time zones. Words going out all the time. Whether it's 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, you know, it's too late.
Con. Their line is gone throughout.
That's that internet, all right? That's that internet. That line is going out.
The YouTube predominant.
Yep.
The YouTube.
TikTok, all of that.
Yeah. But the YouTube is really that key instrument.
That's a conductor, yo.
On the internet.
It's a flow, like water. Electricity, circular, ongoing.
Psalm chapter 19, verse 4. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world.
The end of the world, all 4 corners. North, south, east, west. Both hemispheres.
God, their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them had he set the tabernacle for the sun.
Tabernacle, that's that satellite out there. That feed horn.
No, that's a unicorn.
The unicorn, all right.
The
The tabernacle.
tabernacle for the sun is the wisdom.
Okay, yeah.
The wisdom that this word, because the sun represents that wisdom.
Yeah.
The tabernacle is basically the house of wisdom.
Yeah,
that's going out. The wisdom that's going out through all the 4 corners of the earth because of the truth.
Stand correctly.
I'm talking about the unicorn.
Yeah.
Which goes into like the satellite and stuff like that.
All right.
But yeah, that was it on that. But it's our precept, right?
Precept to that scripture we have Psalms. It's Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached.
This good news. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This truth book shall be preached. Right?
It says, this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then
How is that happening? That's happening through the YouTube, man. Through the internet. You know what I mean? The line is down through the whole earth, because brothers they went through these different places, man. But the word, the camps out there, you know what I mean? And in Europe, in Africa, in the Caribbean, South America. You know what I mean? Different states in America. As the apostles didn't go to these different states. You know what I mean? To LA, Chicago. Every state that you're in, there's a camp, GMS camp, in all these different states. Man.
Modern day, the screen, the Urim and the Thummim, the line, the internet.
God.
No, we're all connected, baby.
You got a brother right now watching in fucking China, man, or Japan, man.
Yeah.
I think the one brother, the elder brother in LA, he was watching when he was in the military in Japan, man. You know what I mean? Hey, me, I could speak for, I was watching on the YouTube when I was down in the islands, man. You know what I mean? Watching these brothers, man, on YouTube, man. So I'm a testimony of that. I was watching these brothers in the New York camp on the YouTube, man. Going back, man.
I seen the YouTube. I remember seeing the elders on hoist a skimmerhorn. They say it's skirmerhorn, but we call it skimmerhorn. We say skimmerhorn. You know what I mean? If you from Brooklyn, we say skimmerhorn. It's skirmerhorn, but we say skimmerhorn. I saw the brothers. I think it was 89 or 90. I was little. I had to have been like 8 or 9 at the time. My aunt was like, those are Israelites, but it was in my time. Didn't know anything. The Lord put a seal on me. And then I saw the Akim on the YouTube. Breaking it down.
Isaiah 30 and verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction.
That bread of adversity and water of affliction. Yeah, we catch so-called hell. You know, I remember Bishop Chisawa was saying, yo, we ain't really catching hell. Like really catching hell, because there's other places that's crazy right now. And I gotta admit, he's right on that. But we just put a label on certain situations. But yeah.
It says,
because he don't give us something that we can't handle. That's why.
Let's put 10:13.
Our light afflictions can't be compared like to the kingdom that's at hand. And it's not compared to eternity. This little lifetimes we have here, these moments through the hip, can't be compared to the kingdom, man.
Though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Nope. We ain't. There was one time when we couldn't preach like we do now. And then, but now it's like the last straw is martial law. Or the famine of the word first, then martial law. But we out here condemning this man, cursing this man out. He can't do nothing about it. Yeah.
Romans chapter 8 verse 18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Yeah, so we're at the bottom for a temporary time, man. Compared to the kingdom, it's nothing. It's nothing, man. This is love taps we getting from the Most High. This ain't nothing. You watching the kingdom. When Yahweh Shai is running things, when Yahweh Shai, King David, 12, all down the ranking, all down the ranks. You know what I mean? Watch how you heathens are gonna be in check. Hey, you know, brothers want a world challenge, man. Look, I'll take the Rockefellers. Some of them, I want them. You know what I mean? I want them because they did a lot of shady shit, man. They did a lot of shady shit. You got it. Medicine, right? Oh, you got it. Yeah, let the word keep coming out.
It 1 Corinthians 2 and 9. And NLT it says, that is what the scriptures mean when they say, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what Yahweh Shema Shai has prepared for those who love him.
We try to grasp, but our compared to the kingdom, our thoughts is like limited to what the kingdom gonna be like, man. You know what I mean? We really like unlawful. We can't even really describe how great, how magnificent it's gonna be. You know, perfect, not going off no more. Basically, the Most High, the Lord, dealing with us, man. We can conversate with the angels or whatever. You know what I mean? You know, we can talk to them, and they dealing with us. Then, you know.
God, that was it, huh?
We not at war with each other no more, man. You don't gotta look at a brother and like look from the corner of your eye, make sure he ain't trying to creep up on you, try to rob you. You know what I mean? You got Jake's ask you the time, you gotta look them in their eye. You know what I mean? They try to do them old school hustles, try to knock you out and shit like that.
Oh, try to ask you
know
for a phone call.
Yeah.
You gotta make a phone call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got some? I have something. Let me go back to Ezekiel. Let's look up Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5.
Because the Lord's going to be in our inward part even better than like, you don't got to remind yourself to breathe. You don't tell your heart to pump. You know, oxygenated, deoxygenated blood. You don't tell your heart to pump blood.
Involuntary.
It's involuntary. It's an involuntary muscle. The laws are going to be involuntary. It's automatic.
Those new bodies.
It's automatic, you know? It's flowing automatic. That's great, you know what I mean? You program, as soon as your spirit enters the womb and you're born, you automatically know what to do and what not to do.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
The so-called white man has had a perpetual hatred, ongoing, never ending, continue. On the nation of Israel, they shed our blood, they continue to shed our blood. You know what I mean?
Gone. And hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Sword, you got many swords, the gun. You got the gun, you got the disease warfare, you got the education system, these philosophies, all of this shit that's going entertainment, all of that is a sword. Some kills instantly, some kills gradually. People destroyed. You got it?
In the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Yeah, after slavery, man, we're supposed to be established. We know that they wasn't going to do it because the Lord said he's going to buy us back. But they were supposed, it doesn't matter. They still got to be judged for it. They were supposed to establish us to where we like these other nations.
The 40 acres underneath.
Yeah, like we're like these other nations. But they didn't. And every time we try to do it, they came down on us, all the black Wall Streets down throughout the country. You know?
God, therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood,
Yeah,
and
as
blood
the Lord
shall
lives, the
pursue
Lord's
thee.
gonna always live. So we look, we say, as I live. The Lord ain't gonna die, they're immortal. Most of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So it's making a point that is judgment coming. What it say? As I live.
Therefore, as I live, said the Lord
That
power.
was a promise, meaning, watch this. You got it.
Guarantee, God. I will prepare thee unto blood.
They're gonna be prepared on the blood. Meaning they're gonna be hunted. They're gonna be destroyed. There's a death sentence, there's a target on their back.
God. And blood shall pursue thee.
Blood gonna pursue them. They're gonna be hunted. They're the prey. The missiles are the hunters. You know what I mean?
God. Thou hast not sent, saith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, blood gonna pursue you because so you can go this way. Yeah.
She's just being a woman. You know, these women rebellious, man.
Yeah.
Like, who these niggas telling us what to do? You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 6. Said, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. And that's the spirit of Christopher Columbus was in, man. When he came to the indigenous people, he said, yo, he was on bloodshed, man. He said, yo, these people can be taken, they're so nice. The Taino Indians down there in Hispaniola, which is modern day Dominican Republic, and Haiti. He said, these people so nice, they treated them so good, they can be taken but with a few men, man. That's what he sent back to Spain, to Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand. He's like, yo, these people, they can be taken with a few men, man. And that's exactly what he did. Bloodshed, man. Spilled the blood of the indigenous people, enslaved them, and took their riches, man. Raped their women. You know what I mean? And enslaved them and took their riches, man.
Yeah. Trust not thine enemy. You know what I mean?
So because you not hated blood, hey, that blood gonna pursue you, man. I shed the blood, Christopher Columbus, the conquistadors, the so-called white men in general. You shed the blood of the children of Israel. So that there's a price to pay for that, man. The Lord ain't looking at that like, yo, that's cool. No, the Lord looking at that like, yo, you shed the blood of my people. There's a price to pay for that, man. Because that blood was really innocent to you. Yeah. It might have been innocent to the Lord, but it was innocent to you, Esau, man. So there's a price to pay for that, man.
Yeah.
So Numbers 35, verse 30. It says, whoso killed any person, the murderer shall be put to death.
God, so that's what you was doing, Esau, when you came to this side of the world. Murder upon murder, man. Bloodshed upon bloodshed. Go ahead, up.
It says, the murderer shall be put to death.
God. Oh, that's 21:16. Go ahead.
It says, by the mouth of witnesses, but one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. Moreover, you shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death, but he shall be surely put to death.
God, so it ain't no loopholes, it ain't no immunity. Because what Esau would do in this society, 3 people who kill somebody. 2 of them could get immunity for testifying against one of the other killers, man. Nah, all 3 of y'all gotta be put to death, man. It ain't no immunity, it ain't no snitching against another person that you did a crime with. Nah, all of y'all got to be put to death, man. You understand? But there ain't none of that, man. All of y'all got to be put to death, man. If you're guilty of that crime, if you partook, you have to pay the penalty of doing that crime, man.
I got it. This is Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
That's the transatlantic slave trade right there, man. The transatlantic slave, what did Esau do? Steal men from the west coast of Africa and Europe, conducting business with those Hamitic tribes, and even some Jakes over there too, selling.
Ishmael too.
Yeah, oh yeah, Ishmael, how could I forget? The Arabs, yeah, the Ishmaelites, Hamites, and some wicked Israelites. He was conducting slave business and stealing them from all of their different villages and cities and stuff, and shipping them over here to the Americas, man.
Just put them on a world stage. This is how they got built up. This is how they start building their empires again. And then what helped them after that is a lot of them, they found them oil resources and shit like that, which furthered their shit. And, you know, and then after that, we're the consumers. And we the guys that work for them.
Yeah, also the ad, the so-called, not the ad, bro. The so-called white man, when he got over here and he did what he did, transatlantic slave trade, when he came over here to the Northern Kingdom, he sought out the resources as well, like the gold. That's why you got that the 49er history. You know what I'm saying? So the white man did a lot. Man. He did a lot of treachery. Man.
Look at the Klondike. You see the ice cream bars, the Klondike bars? That was the gold, and they made the gold bars from the Klondike. The Klondike, and I think that's up there in Canada.
They have a term called gold rush.
Yeah,
Right, so 1948.
That's it.
Yeah, you got it.
I got a quick precept here. Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. A brother posted this on the Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of the Most High made he man. So who sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. So that's the penalty for a murderer. That's the penalty for Esau. Because he's always a what? Murderer from the beginning. Going back through. Kill him, man. Understand? What's up?
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21, verse 9 and 10. It says, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
Come, read it again.
It says, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's my
Don't worry, take your time. A sword is sharpened. The Lord's sword is the missiles. And the Lord's spirit is going to be on the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Because that's one of his armies also. He got the angels and he got that sword, you know? And he got his apostles and bishops down the right. Those are armies too. Everyone gets their marching orders from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Even the missiles.
It says, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh and his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. Say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
Yeah, so these people got their nuclear arsenals ready and aimed here at America. This is a talk. This is a hot zone. This is a hot zone. You know what I mean? The super elite, them Rothschilds, when they come here, they go, they leave real quick. They get on them super jets and they out of here. They not staying here too long. They know this is a major hot zone. You know in Atlanta, Israel, that's a hot zone. They know certain key parts is a hot zone. Their main bunkers are not in the hot zones. You know what I mean? If they in any hot zone, it's for like temporary civil unrest or some shit like that. But they already know that these places are hot zones.
Yeah, that's right. The so-called white man also got his sword ready by his military power through technology, man. You got the DARPA set up, all right, AI robots set up. You know what I'm saying? They got the different paramilitary groups, right? Ready to what? Ready to come upon the people, man.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword, man.
Kid you not, they got, remember I read when I was in the world, I probably was like 16, 15. They got all 14. They got they got soldiers that basically was trained up from children. That don't really have emotion or none of that. Where they've been training them up as children, from children. So no emotion, no nothing, just killing instruments. You know what I mean? They're killing machines. Yeah.
Is that it on that scripture?
Yeah, I got one more. Verse 10.
Right.
It says, It is sharpened to make a sure slaughter.
Right. It's sharpened to make a sword slaughter, man. Meaning there's going to be a lot of death by way of the so-called white man's military power. All right. Let's look. Society is about to break down, man. And when that happens, they got to call for order. Right? Right. A lot of times, in these times that we're living in, go through lower levels of problem, reaction, solution. But when the society breaks down, it's going to be that order out of chaos. All right? that the so-called white man is going to push forward. All right, through his NWO agenda. See, so the sword is furthest. It's sharpened. It's furthest to make a sore slaughter. Go ahead.
It says, it is furnished that it may glitter.
Yeah, that deals with the missiles.
Yep.
The scriptures call the missiles a glittering sword.
The fire beneath them, right? The rocket.
Yeah, that's the propeller system that is used to travel from one continent to the other. That's what causes it
Even
to
when it's
glitter.
in the heavens, like when it's coming over, like it's gonna have that fire, like that burning in front of it. You know what I'm saying?
Not in front of it.
Oh,
It's
back.
it's the back of it. You got it out.
It says, it is furnished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth?
Right, shall we then make mirth? You be all up in this, let's have a party spirit. Let's have a good time.
1,000 years.
Yeah, 1,000 years, 500 years. America got left? Hell no, man. That's why you Israelites are supposed to repent and come into the house of mourning, man. Because there, by mourning, the heart is made better. Like the scriptures say. Why? Because you get to understand where you at and what's about to come. All right, and all that's about to come is doom and gloom to this place. America is meant to be destroyed, prophesied as Babylon the Great in the scripture.
Yeah, we don't have fun. You might enjoy yourself,
Of
go
course.
get you a little drink or something.
Yeah,
but-
that's on a micro level.
Yeah, micro level. We're not doing that shit every day, all day. There's
Right.
people that do this shit all day, every day, just having fun as soon as they wake up and go to sleep. God damn.
Yeah,
That's carelessness. That's not balance.
right.
And then they look at you like, yo, no, this is not playtime, man. And you miss your playtime growing up? I don't know. Hey, look, man.
Yeah.
I had my time when I was
Right.
younger. It might not have been others for celebrities, but I had a little fun. But it ain't about having fun all the time, man. You're gonna get caught off guard.
That's right.
Yo, the dude, Apostle, so I always mention William Cooper once in a while. Yo, he was basically saying, yo, don't be nowhere during these holidays or whatever, because they plan on moving in, or you catching people lacking when they party. The Lord said we go in a house of mourning, a house of mirth.
Right.
You know what I mean? That dude, he was trying to do the right thing by one of the people. He was like, yo, because he know these people like to party. He basically saying holidays and the partying too, because they gonna move in on the people and catch them off guard.
The book of Leviticus chapter 5 verse 15. See, then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Right. How the hell you gonna walk circumspectly, meaning to look around, when you in the damn partying spirit all the damn time? You just want to have a good time, and meanwhile, all hell is breaking loose around you. You look like a damn fool, man. And you are a fool, man. You know what I'm saying?
Only time they on party is when they sleep. Yo, that shit is like kind of crazy, you know what I mean? Even a child, yo, I don't have children, but you know, it's a bedtime. It was a time of rest.
Right.
You cannot just keep on. The Lord said things, the Sabbath and things like that, and motion, not to keep overindulging
Right.
in certain things, man. It
Right.
gotta be a balance. And then you enjoy it more. You enjoy whatever little fun you have for the moment more, because you're not overindulging.
Less is more.
Less is more, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, you brought it home.
Less is more, yeah.
So Matthew 16:1 says the
Hold on,
Pharisees.
he wasn't finished.
Verse 16, it says, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Redeeming the time, for the days are evil. All right, this is what we do to redeem the time through the spirit and power of Yahweh outside. It's what? The Lord said, overall, what is the whole duty of man? To fear him and keep his commandments. This is the whole duty of man. All right? If you're not fearing the Most High, you're not doing his commandments. Therefore, by default, all right, you're going to fall with the world, man. You got it out.
So in Matthew 16:1, Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting, desired him that he should show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, he said, fair weather, the sky is red, and in the morning it will be foul weather. Today, the sky is red and lowering.
This is a little bit louder.
Matthew 16:3 it says, so in verse 2 it says, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red.
Right, that's discerning the times that you in, man. Discerning, just like you discern the weather. You see a bunch of clouds come over, you would know that's a sign that it's going to rain. So discern the times, like the scriptures say. All right, measure the time diligently in itself. Go ahead.
It says, and in the morning it will be foul weather. Today the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, he can discern the face of the sky, but can he not discern the signs of the times?
Yeah, signs of the times. So when a person gets off with saying that nuclear weapons don't exist, there's not going to be a nuclear fallout, a nuclear disaster, or we hear 1,000 more years and RFID microchip is not the mark of the beast. Where you at?
Right.
What realm are you in? Where are you at? What loophole is on your mind? What's going on? Make it make sense. All right, come on. We're in wartime. We're in a time near martial law. You don't see the legislation that illegal legislation being passed. They haven't been researching. They think it's as a game. Go ahead.
It's about the nuclear destruction. Malachi chapter 4, verse 1, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Like an ancient world oven. Things will cook instantly. Heat. Cook fast. This place gonna be cooked instantly here in America.
1 hour.
The same temperature, man. Everything is gonna melt at the same temperature. The elements, the sky, the clouds, the people. Spirit gonna feel that, man. Because the Lord gonna clean up all of this shit, man. He gonna purge it. Alright?
It says, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be
So-called white
established.
man is the most proud. These heathen nations, 2/3 of our people. The women we already know. It's like the pride done went. The pride, man. The females, as soon as they get a certain age, they start smelling themselves already. You know, that pride is there, man. And the Lord don't like that, because grasshoppers, earth and ashes. So how can you be proud, man?
It said in Isaiah that the daughters of Zion would walk with stretched forth necks.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what women. They look up to the sky. They look down.
Yeah.
Look condescending.
Yeah.
And they power. The Lord allowed men to grant them their power.
Exactly.
And it's economy.
Right.
Once the economy fails, there's not enough men. If it's not an Israelite man protecting them, there's not a lot of protection for them. Women outnumber men. They don't have any protection. They can be proud, like, yo, they go out here at different times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you see on the screen in the morning.
Look. I don't fear mortal men, but I'll watch out when I'm moving at certain times. You heard me? I watch how I'm moving at certain times. Checking things, you know what I mean? How many, you know, I used to count how many times that car split the block. How many people moved out this hallway? How many people walked up this block? Especially when I was in the world. You know what I mean? I fell off a little bit now because I feel I ain't doing that wrong, but I still don't move careless like these women do. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Well, hey, like the scriptures say about women, nah, you good, bro. Like the scriptures say about women, you're not supposed to let them gad abroad, man, because they're gonna abuse themselves with overmuch liberty. And that's all America is all about, man. America's about uplifting these hoes, because America itself is called a whore. So what should you expect of the females that's within it? All right, they're a bunch of they're gonna reflect the spirit of that place, man. And the pride, that's just a byproduct of all of this damn wickedness that they're allowed to do. Yeah, feminism, man. You know, that was a work of Satan, man. You know what I'm saying? And it literally came through the so-called white man. What, John Rockefeller, right? And he
he liberated the Rockefellers liberated the women that would want to break up the family household and tax everybody. Because you liberate them, what do she need a man for?
Also supplying these, primarily, you know, our women, the black women.
Yeah.
Supplying them with EBT,
Yeah.
to take a man out of the house, and then pretty much the government would be their, provider.
The thing was, the giving them EBT and all that wasn't the bad thing. The bad thing was the stipulations that came with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what the byproduct made. They said, look, you can't get these benefits if you're gonna have the man in the house. So it just created a snowball effect to where the problems just grew worse and worse, man. Within the so-called black community, black and Hispanic communities, man. And this is what you got now. That's why we out here through the spirit condemning this damn madness, man.
Yeah, because that EBT and all that shit is like a drug. And a drug, you're supposed to get weaned off of it. You can't just go cold turkey and get off. You wean off like a dope fiend or whatever, you know what I mean? This shit is a drug, yo.
So pretty much systematically done. So the woman is like, okay, I'm independent. I don't need
Exactly. Well, really, the government's providing everything for her, so she's not independent. It's just a delusion that they have on themselves. Once again, from the devil. You can blame Eve for that.
You know exactly what he's doing.
You know. So we got scripture first.
1 Timothy 5:6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth.
Women live in pleasure, man. And she's dead while she lives, right? They reckless with talking. They reckless with their mouth. You know what I mean? They reckless, man. Even though you might be a tough guy, you still gonna watch. Even if you're on the right, you're gonna be calculated on anything. You know what I mean? Like, yo, matter of fact, I'm not gonna be somewhere and be arguing with another man.
I actually thought
This gives him a time to have whoever set up on me to get me, or I could be slipping at one instance, he poke me up or whatever, or pull out in his catch. I don't know what he has. I'm not gonna be having no look. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna walk away, I'm gonna dip, and that's it. It's cut. It's not smart. Oh, you little punk, whatever. Well, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
You know what I mean? Whatever, man. You know what I mean? Because it don't make sense with a female shit. Doing this and that and this and that.
Hey, wisdom is the principal thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because these people out here, they are demons on them.
That's right.
And I mean, a lot of these niggas, they got weapons and guns on them and all type of shit. Like, you don't want to.
Right.
You don't want to get caught up with them, so it's best to just ignore them.
Yeah.
Like the elder brother was saying, walk away. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But if you have to defend yourself,
Yeah, you
may the Lord be with you.
Uh,
Work out, but you want to avoid even the physical confrontation.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. There more?
I got something real quick.
All right, he got something.
This book of Proverbs chapter 14 verse 13. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful,
Right.
and the end of that mirth is heaviness.
Right,
Yeah.
man. That's when you have wisdom of Yahweh Shai. All right. How did it go again, huh?
Proverbs chapter 14 verse 13. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful.
Right. That's if you have wisdom of Yahweh Shai, man. That doesn't pertain to these dumb, stupid, bird-brained men, including the women of the world, man. All right. Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful because why? All right. Because we understand with the knowledge and understanding and wisdom that's been given through these scriptures that this world is a bunch of damn madness, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
God. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness.
The end of that mirth is heaviness, man. All right? So be it. Like the scriptures say, it's better to enter into the house of mourning than the house of mirth. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
Yeah, we be in the house of mourning, like not partying and having fun all the time, because we already know this is not our rest. You know what I mean?
That's something real quick.
Being circumspect and you got it.
No, you do.
You know, like I said, like not arguing. The Edomite that came here, I was just making a point. He came through and he was talking some shit. And I was just like, yo, you occupying the planet, you occupying space, but like I was doing a side hustle putting up flyers, and the dude said, I was in Forster Projects, and the dude said, yo, you know where you at, man? Because I stopped, I put my book bag down slowly, and I pulled out the flyers. He was like, yo, I was like, man, I was moving like an 80-year-old person. I de-escalated the situation. I'm not moving like an 80-year-old person. I move real slow. He was like, still. I was like, yo, yeah, you got it. You right. You know what I mean?
He was up and on.
Huh?
You thought he was pulling out?
Nah, he was like, but I was like, if I was moving like, I made fun of it. I was like, yo, if I was moving like that, it would have been quicker. I wouldn't be moving slow like that. That's stupid. But I agree with him. You know what I mean? Because I'm on his turf. You gotta be diplomatic.
I agree with that. I just say quickly.
You know what I mean? Then he was like, yo, they was all cool after that, you know? But yeah.
Like I know you brothers in LA probably know about this. Like niggas will, where you from, cuz? Are you wearing all that blue, all that red?
You can't even ride. You can't even. But you can't even. You gotta. When you pulling up in your car, your window, the tints and how your windows are up or down. You can't move a certain way because they go for the drive-by shit. There's politics on how to drive. I heard. Man.
Yeah, drive on what clothes you wear, what hats you wear. That's how it is out there in LA. So you got to use wisdom, man.
Yes.
Not especially even dealing with niggas, like dealing with niggas, dealing with Esau,
Right.
just dealing with everything on the job, dealing with your woman. Hey, everything is wisdom, man. Dealing with family, children. Really, wisdom is every 360 degrees, man.
That's right.
Everything you do deals with wisdom, man. You can apply wisdom to it, and you should. I had a precept real quick, Salaki, brother. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7.
Yeah.
Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
There it is. It's part of that bullshit that we understand having the wisdom that Yahweh Shai has granted us, man. All right? We see that this world is nothing but oppressive fucking bullshit, man. It's oppressive. It's annoying. You know? It doesn't yield the peaceable fruit of righteousness like the scriptures say. But it yields, you know what I'm saying, living in the moment, being a reprobate. That's all this world yields, man. All right, that's why we seek a better world to come, and that's the kingdom of heaven. All right, which Yahweh Shai is going to rule, not Esau, Edom, who's the end of the world. Go ahead.
Oh man. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
Right.
That's the end of the thing, all right? Better the end of the thing, it could be your so-called life or whatever. America's looking better than ever. It's about to go out of here, yo.
Right.
This country is looking, it's good right now. It's about to get, this good news. This place about to be up out of here. It's gonna be a nice looking desert. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna look like a trash can. It's gonna be a nice desert after everything's clear. The desert creature's gonna be here. It's certain demons. It's good demons and shit. You know what I mean? It might be the largest desert on the planet.
Yeah, I would say so, brother. It's because I know the Sahara is the largest.
Well, it's gonna outdo it, right?
Outdo it. I don't think the Sahara is 5,000 square miles. You know what I'm saying?
Now, America is more than 5,000 square. That might be coast to coast, but it's millions of. I think we looked it up before. It was like 3.5 million or something. Square miles.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I remember one time, certain parks out here, I didn't get good reception with my phone. I'm like, damn, I'm in the 5 hours. You know what I mean?
Got it out. That's good.
In the second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 8. And he said unto me from Abraham unto Isaac,
right.
When Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
That represented that the nation of Israel would snatch Esau out of his power. There's a representation of that. All right? And our forefathers is what our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right. That's our forefathers. So everybody want to talk about forefathers, those are forefathers. Right.
For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world, not the planet, but the age of rulership.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans under Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, under Yahweh Shai. Right?
The hand of man is between the heel and the hand.
Right. That's right. So that represents that structure of Esau getting pulled out his power. You got it?
Yeah, but I just wanted to add because that's the symbolism of how this devil is going to go down. All right? Because that's what happened during the birth of Jacob and Esau. Jacob's hand took on the heel of Esau, representing his downfall. Okay? Meaning he's going to represent the new kingdom on the earth that's going to be ruled in righteousness and have him subjugated, man. Go ahead.
Other question, Ezra asked thou not.
Done. Is that it?
Yeah. So certain things were sealed what Ezra wasn't supposed to know at that time. You know? So because the Lord gave every prophet the portion of what he's supposed to know at that time. You know?
Luke 16 and 24. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me and send Lazarus.
Yeah, so this is symbolic, the story of Lazarus and the rich man, all right? The rich man represents Esau, Lazarus represents the nation of Israel. All right? Now the rich man, he lived great, and Lazarus was in subjection to us. But now, read it.
It says, Father Abraham, have mercy on me and send Lazarus.
Yeah, now he want mercy when he done had his time reigning and had his feet on our neck.
Right.
But now he want in his captivity, when he's catching hell in the kingdom, he gonna want mercy given unto him. You know what you do in the kingdom? You show him the past lives of what he was doing. You replay the tape for him. And show him how he was living and how we were living.
that scripture in Malachi, the first chapter, Esau shall not receive mercy.
Yeah, he's not gonna receive mercy, man. He gonna have it's gonna be a break from his hell during the Sabbath. But he gonna still be fucked up, not through us, but pain and everything, man. And when you are in conditions like that, that Sabbath is gonna go fast for him. I mean, it's gonna go fast for him.
Yeah.
Compared to the 1,000-year torment, that Sabbath is gonna be like that day. You see how the time of our structure is happening?
I got a scripture for you.
That Sabbath gonna go fast for him, man.
James 2 and 12, 13.
Just like when we sleep, as soon as you lay down, that alarm clock come on for you to go to work. You're like, God, just got in the bed. Got it?
Yep. James 2 and 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy.
Yeah, you're gonna have judgment without mercy. The so-called white man gonna have judgment without mercy. Because how he ruled the planet, man, fish, all the captivities and the things he did to us, he's not gonna have no mercy, man.
That hath showed no mercy.
He didn't show mercy. He didn't show mercy. You got Israelites in the womb that's under attack by this man. Elderly. He didn't show no mercy.
And mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Yep, mercy rejoicing against judgment. So the so-called white man, he's gonna be crushed, man. And he's not gonna be able to take himself out. Or you know, nah.
Yeah.
That death is gonna flee from him, man.
Yeah, an aspect of the kingdom with the other nations, when they get jacked up, you know what I'm saying, the way they're gonna get jacked up, they're gonna be in a much better position than Esau would ever have been. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau's gonna get eradicated after 1,000 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's an extension of mercy, if you will, to the nations from the Most High. Because they're not gonna be exterminated like Esau Edom is gonna be exterminated, man. You know?
Yeah.
This is Luke 16 and 24. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water.
That's talking about mercy. Go ahead.
And cool my tongue.
Let
For
me
I
get a
am,
little relief. Go ahead.
for I am tormented with this flame. Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things.
Under the Greek Empire, under the Roman Empire, under the revival of the Roman Empire, which we in now.
Right.
It says, and likewise Lazarus evil things.
And evil things. We was getting evil things on
Yeah, curses.
the church, police brutality, living in the shelters, living boxed in like the Brady's. One dude right here live right here, one dude live right there, one dude live up here, down there. Our women went against us, the nations against us. We are prey hunted.
Right.
You know what I mean? Bags filled with holes, you get work.
Right.
Your money spent back out of your pockets.
That's right.
Taxes, bills upon bills. You like, yo, you avoid opening a mailbox, but you like, yo, I gotta eventually open that mailbox to get the good news, meet the bad news.
Right.
You know, that mailbox thinking that you like, yo, let me just get it out the way. But at first you're avoiding that motherfucker. Yeah, all of these things, man. You know.
I got you right here. Quick precept. This is the book of Baruch. Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Yeah, we got to stay in our captivity, man. What about this generational wealth? We got generational wealth in captivity? I don't know, man. Oil and water don't mix. You know what I mean? We're gonna have generational wealth in captivity. I don't know.
No.
Behold, we are yet this day in our
We
captivity.
are yet to stay in our captivity. It's gonna be a conflict. It's gonna be a clash. It ain't gonna work.
Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach.
We're scattered throughout the earth. We're approach and a byword. So a nigga, spit, wetback, black. All of these things, man. that they, reproach is scattered throughout the earth, man. And those curses follow us on all the lands.
For a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
And subject to payments, man. The whole nation is rumored not to deal with you. We consider the biggest crooks. Subject to payments. Ticket people always crowding us. Niggas catching niggas hopping the train or going on the buses. That prayer is targeted towards us. One of these leaders, man.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God.
And we departed from the Lord, and we had to pay for that.
Right.
But the so-called white man was that whipping stick. And the whipping stick he is, man, he played the part, man, to the max. You know what I mean? To the max.
And that's why the scriptures say the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. Because, yeah, niggas is gonna be niggas, and they always have been, but the one behind them that helps forward their bad behavior is the so-called white man. All right, he profits off of the reproach and the curse that Jake is under, man. All right, just look at the damn inner cities, which is the ghettos. All right, Jake, all they know is being cutthroat, low life. You know what I'm saying? Drug selling, pimp niggas, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what does the so-called white man do? All right? He perpetuates that image, man, onto them through the music, all right? Through different means of scientific racism. And the so-called white man's bringing back his scientific racism, man. All right?
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottom to him.
You read that again?
Oh, yeah, you got it out.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottom to him.
Yeah, now that drink is these philosophies, these traps.
Right.
They ain't talking about actual drink. It's these philosophies, these traps, these ideologies, man. And more of these philosophies, that education system, that financial wealth system, it's cool to know that stuff, but to be bombarded with it like that's all it is, nah. That's too much too. That's the same shit as overindulgence.
And make of him drunken also.
They're drunken with these philosophies. That's what got our people in the snares.
And thou mayest look upon their nakedness.
Our nakedness, we lost our robe of righteousness to expose. The scriptures say we have a robe of righteousness, but we naked. We don't got that spiritual clothing. The Lord's statutes, commandments is not on us. We're not walking the way we're supposed to. So, we out here naked. Got it?
Right. Verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
That's right. So we expose our wickedness. That foreskin, we wicked. We don't have we're not spiritually circumcised, man. All right? So that's why, and the whole nation has to be judged. The Lord is not a separatist. He judged everyone together. Like you might have been in a certain household to where everyone getting their ass whooped together. Because you might have did something, you got left off the hook for that one thing. But after a while, the sins add up or whatever, and now it's time everybody get their ass whooped. Everybody get their ass whooped together. That's how the Lord did it.
Even in school days, man.
Oh yeah, I remember.
One person was fucking up for the whole class, man.
I remember them thick ass rulers and them thick ass sticks.
The whole class gotta get whooped, man. Or the whole class on punishment.
Yeah.
Or all of y'all gotta stay in detention for after school for extra 30 minutes an hour, man. The whole class, one person or a couple people fucking up for the entire class.
Yeah, Full Metal Jacket.
Okay.
Private Pile, you ever seen it? Private Powell. Private Powell had everybody everybody had to do push-ups because this motherfucker wanted to eat jelly donuts, man.
The nigga from Law and Order. The nigga, what it was, Special Victims, you know, the Law and Order nigga.
Stable?
The nigga.
Hilarious.
Hey, yo, this ain't the dude on you, John Wayne.
Yeah,
Is this me? Who the fuck said that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 16, it says, the cup of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Right. That's the so-called white man. Right? Because of what? All you did was perpetuate evil and wickedness. Look, it tells you during the time of the Greeks, when Alexander got set up, after he died, and his 4 generals took over, it said evils multiplied in the earth. How much more so now in Babylon the Great? Babylon the Great is known as a decadent, consumer nation, man. This place then doesn't know the likes of famine or war coming upon its turf, right? So this devil has lived better than he's ever have lived, man, in these last times. All right, he surpassed the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans. Okay, because the veil was put over the earth of who this devil truly was, man. Like the scriptures say, the mystery of iniquity doth already work. The veil was put, so this devil was been able to take advantage of that veil being put over the whole earth, not knowing of who he truly was, which was the biblical Edomites, the people of the Lord's curse, the Idumeans, man. You see that? So only the Most High knows all of the sins that have stacked up onto the heavens, man. We only know a fraction of it.
Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Yeah, the Lord is not mocked. You could talk shit, but whatever the Lord say gonna happen to you nations, it's gonna happen. And 2/3 of our people. You know what I mean? Lord gonna get you.
That's right.
That was it. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 1. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand, learn, ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works, and search out your counsels.
That's right. So the Lord going to try your works. So if you're a wicked ruler, you're going to be destroyed. If you're righteous, you're going to be rewarded. It's going to be a reward, but it's going to be whatever the Lord is going to be a punishment or something glorious for you. But the so-called white man, he's going to get his reward soon, man. That's nuclear destruction and slavery, man. And then after that, he's going to be eradicated, meaning burned out of the earth. Permanently, his line is extinct. Yep. So the good news is the so-called white man about to be extinct soon. You talking about Esau, you Caucasian.
Yeah, so Revelation 13 and 9 and 10. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity.
He that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. Who led the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans into captivity? So this the Lord sanctioned that this man is going into captivity. You know? Whoever got a problem with that, they gonna be destroyed. Meaning 2/3 of our people that don't want to see it happen, the Lord gonna jack your ass up for that, man. Cause you're a damn coon ass motherfucker.
That's right, bro.
Cool.
That's right. And that's why Jacob's trouble is prophesied to come in these last days, man.
Yeah.
All right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So the so-called white man gotta be killed with the sword. Because he had us in captivity, and during that captivity, he lived multiple lives, tormenting us in the captivity.
Right.
So he as a judge, like, you know, sometimes the Lord jacked him up, put him in hell, but that's not really the full payment that he deserves. Like I saw a whole bunch of like 40 Skumlikites that was Down Central and all fucked up. By the ferry, yo, Staten Island ferry. I was like, I don't know why I didn't record this shit. A lot of shit I should have recorded, man. You know what I mean? But I didn't. I said, yo, he did some shit. Look at this. They all fucked up on this side, they gonna be fucked up on the next.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yeah, man. They were retards, man. They were Skumlikites. They had their fucking all black on. And everything, man. They just fucked up. I'm like, man.
Right. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Yeah, all they that devour us. So-called white men in these heathen nations have devoured the nation of Israel. We are exploited, preyed upon financially, and at all aspects, man.
Yeah.
We got the poorest source of quality, man. Not quality, man. Yeah. And resources too. Jobs is horrible, man. When they build something in your community, the contracts are supposed to go to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Whenever they build a stadium, construction projects, I don't care if they delay it. If the Jake don't have the means to do that, they supposed to be trained and then have dibs first. So if this Jake don't know how to bricklay, he don't know ironwork, you gotta be trained. And they gotta be provided the training. And if he don't know how to take the test, he gotta be prepped to take the math test and all of that. There's a delay, whatever, supposed to have dibs. You can't go in their community and do shit without their people getting put on first. That's how it's called economic injustice.
Right. All thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
You're all going into captivity, man. No, people don't like that. They're going into captivity. Listen, man, you got a problem with that? Talk to Yahweh Shem Yahushua and tell them your complaints. All right?
Talk to the boss.
I mean, you call them collect, or whatever you gonna do. The warlocks try to they communicate.
And that's it. That's as far as it can go.
Yeah.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
And they should spoil us. They spoil us on all aspects. When they building something or whatever it is, and then when they build a new housing projects or whatever, I'm not talking about like NYCHA projects. I'm talking about condos or whatever. It gotta be a part for the poor. It gotta be local income part of that. You know what I mean? Has to be. Because everyone's not on the same playing field financially.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
And the Lord gonna give them no prey. Building this shit that's blowing smoke in the air, gotta be a greenery to filter that out. That's economic injustice and another thing to our people. You know what I mean? These are things that they do. If we coming up over here, regardless if we got money and we try to set up, we gotta go through the community people. They ain't having a meeting. They're having a meeting. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, they're having a meeting. You gotta sit down with them.
HOA.
What can we do? Yeah, you got money. Say like you got bread. I'm just making up. We got money. Let's say we got bread or whatever. We got $1 billion or whatever, a couple $100 million. We want to build a structure that we get approved for everything. We gotta go to the community people over here, and they people gotta get put on first before we let other chicks come. No, I'm not making this up.
That's how the so-called Jews do it.
So, these
Ecclesiastes 25:7. It says, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart.
So the Lord said there be 9 things. Some of them got skipped because he was making a point.
There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children.
A man that have joy of his children, and that's a man, but you can't have full joy on this side, but those are what? That's things that be happy. A man that have joy of his children, go ahead.
It says, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
That's a joyful thing.
Right.
We meditate terror. So when we establish we're willing, we look forward to payback, get back.
Right.
That's the true. We're gonna be the true get backers. We're gonna be the get backers. We're gonna get that get back. The Lord gonna grant us the power to get that get back. Recompense to pay back. So
Come on. Hey, so with that, hope you brothers and sisters were edified. I want to say all praises be to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and shalom to the elect, Abad Babal.
Shalom.